Hello, this is Ogma001, and this is going to be served for two purposes. First of all, I'm going to introduce you to the game and explain why I'm going to LP it. And secondly, I'm going to let you choose one of the classes I show you today for me to play as, all except Nosferatu, and I'll explain why I'm not going to play as Nosferatu after I've showed you a bit more of the game. But I think I'll start off by saying this was made by Trokia Games. I don't believe they're around anymore. It had a very troubled development cycle. It lasted 3 years. The entire team was replaced halfway through, and it had various other things, but what they produced was something I found very enjoyable. So we're going to go right ahead and start a new game. So it does many conventional RPG type things. This loading screen shouldn't take too long, but I'll leave it out there. It's got quite a nice quote here. The world of darkness is a place... fuck it. Sorry about that. But anyway, it allows you for two types of character creation. I'm going to answer the questions just so you can see them. A new game starts with creating a new character. Would you like to answer questions or go directly to the character sheet? I'm going to first of all start with the questions, just for funsies. Would you like your character? I'm just going to select male. Doesn't really matter. You're in a convenience store looking through the beer freezer, when all of a sudden a man walks in and pulls a gun on the cashier. Do you sneak up behind him, disarm him, and proceed to beat him senseless? Quietly make your way to the bathroom and lock yourself in. We're going to go with option 1 here. A bouncer at the opening of an exclusive nightclub won't let you inside to party with all the beautiful people, do you? Convince him you work for the director, you know who, and you'll bring him with you next time. Sorry about that delivery. Hide out. Sorry, I'm terrible at delivering lines occasionally, but hide out by back exit, wait for someone to leave, and slip in undetected. Everyone has got their price, and it's worth... Everyone has got their price, and it's worth it to get to know the kind of people inside. Okay, after that horribly delivered line, I'm going to pick one of these options, and I'll convince him I work for the director, you know who. Okay. An intruder has broken into your house and entered your room. You have no choice but to confront them, do you? Overpower them, wrestle them to the ground, breaking as many bones as possible, grab a heavy lamp next to your bed and smash their face in, grab a gun and fire into them. You keep one next to the bed for this very reason. Well, I think I would overpower them, wrestle them to the ground, and smash as many of their bones as possible, leaving them in absolute agony. As you're walking home late at night, you hear footsteps, glance back, and suddenly realize that someone is following you. Do you turn to confront them? Duck behind a tree to lose them? Turn to confront them. It's late. You're at the red spot waiting for your microwave burrito to heat up. There are 3 arcade games to waste some time on. Which one do you play? The fighting game. I pull a triple flash uppercut as a finisher every time. The beat 'em up, where you can pick up a bat and whomp on the hordes of generic thugs. That sniper game with the realistic gun for a controller. This is very easy. You've got the first option, which is, do you want melee? Do you want to beat 'em up? Do you want a sniper or like guns? So we're going to go with the beat 'em up. One guy at a party has been trying to pick a fight with you all night and has finally decided to throw a punch. Do you clock him in the mouth? He won't get up. Pick up an empty bottle and smash it over his head. We're going to smash a bottle over his head. The world is a cruel and unforgiving place, but you've gotten by as this. The world is a cruel and unforgiving place, but you've gotten by so far. Why? I live alone. I don't need others. Just my dog. Just me, my dog, and to hell with the rest. Because I keep it secret. You have no idea the truths I've learned. I would go with 1. I believe that can change, but I always seem to end up with the Gangrel clan. I like the Gangrels. But yeah, you have been embraced by the Gangrel clan, sometimes called nomads, loners, and introverts. The Gangrels spurn the trappings of civilization and prefer to roam the wilds in solitude. Known for having an uncanny connection with the beast within, some learn the power to shapeshift. Now I'm going to explain what the beast within is. It's something within inside your character that it's to do with your... it's a very interesting concept. So you're human, and there's the beast, and the more you do evil things and become evil, you go towards the beast, and eventually you can lose yourself to it, and you'll lose the game as a consequence. Yep, now it tells you that... we're going to skip this because we don't need to. So you have all your main attributes here, all do various different things. You have your talents, such as brawl, dodge, intimidate, subterfuge, So that'll increase the interaction with people, scholarship. There's a lot of interacting with other characters, so there are actually different ways you can do it. For example, you get seduction, intellect, and all of these different things you'll also see affect things on the right over here. So it'll break it down for you. So you have which is bashing, lethal, aggravated. Bashing is damage that is direct. Lethal is cutting damage and is good against vampires. And I forgot what aggravated is. Alright, that's claws, fangs, fire, and electricity, some more elemental stuff. But we're going to cancel. Yep, cancel. I'm sure I want to cancel. We're going to click new game, and I'm going to show you all the different characters there are. Go directly to the character sheet. So, first off we have Bruja. Now, who are the Bruja? These were some of the first vampires. They were originally Prometheans, and basically they're your sort of melee type. They can do various enhancements on themselves, and they're normally described as rebels and anarchists. So that's the sort of type of person I would be playing if I was him. Oh, and we have Gangrel. Well, I described these. They're connected to the beast within. They're very animalistic. Then you have I'll get to them in a minute. Malkavian. The Malkavian are all batshit insane, and they can make other people go insane. They have very interesting dialogue options. I should also mention that all the different clans have different dialogue options. Him especially, he has batshit insane dialogue options. He's completely insane. They're known as lunatics because of their ability to hear voices of insight, and are subject to their sanity through their discipline dimension. And you all get different disciplines. What disciplines are your abilities and skills you can activate through your blood, and that's why feeding is important. Nosferatu. These are hideous, and people will know you're a vampire if you play as a Nosferatu, and therefore you can't interact with people. And because of the limited interaction with people, I will not be playing a Nosferatu. I also didn't enjoy them in the PvP, and it's just not something I want to do a playthrough with. Next we have Toreador. These are helpless romantics. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to show you. The woman on the poster is a Malkavian female, and yeah, that's all I can really say. Oh no, it wasn't. I thought it was Malkavian. This is a Malkavian female. Look at those titties jiggle. I'm sorry about that. Toreador. That's Nosferatu female is just as lovely. Malkavian. Gangrel, Bruja, if you want to see them in their female forms, but we'll move on to Toreador. So, Toreadors are the artists and visionaries. They're, they go around smoking cigarettes and scoffing at contemporary art. But, yeah, in their high society, they love art. They're more likely to fall into romance. They're seductive. They're that sort of person. Then you have the Tremere. Who are the Tremere? These are blood mages, basically. They are descended from vampiric mages, and they get some absolutely disgusting abilities. They can make people's blood boil and explode, and they're very gory with some of their abilities, but as such they're less good at physical aspects. And yeah, lastly we have the Ventru. These are your posh pricks, basically the politicians of the vampire world. Their female equivalent is... click on it. No, female, there we go. Is that. Okay, so, you've seen your choices. You can choose from Ventru, Tremere, Toreador, Malkavian, Gangrel, or Bruja. I'm not allowing you to choose Nosferatu because I don't want to play it. You can either leave a comment or head over to the Voltron Army. There's a poll there you can vote in. I'll add both together and smush them into numbers that will help me decide. I'm going to say that Gangrel and Malkavian are my two favourite, but don't think, well, I'm going to pick those because you like them, because I played through all of them, and I really don't mind who I play as. In fact, it's been a while since I played Toreador, for example, and the Tremeres can be funny as fuck to play as. So I really don't mind, that's why. If I minded, I probably wouldn't have let you guys pick, but hey, go ahead, knock yourself out. So, this has been Augment 001, thanks for watching.